Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Or no, this is Tuesday. We had Monday off. Tuesday afternoon, this is the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham. Alongside David Jones, we'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday weekend. I hope it was relaxing and very, very enjoyable. Spent it with family and friends, but back to work today. Got some good news for the Auburn Tigers. They will be hosting a regional. That will kick off on Friday. Auburn will play at 6 o'clock. It will be on ESPN Plus, I think. So I don't know if it's going to be – if it's only on ESPN Plus, that's going to be bad news for a lot of people out there that don't have ESPN Plus. But
well, it's only $6.99 a month.
There you go.
Get it for the month of June and then cancel it.
There you go, Dave. You're a man of solutions.
I'm a man of experience.
There you go. So we'll talk about that. We'll break that down a little bit. 9 SEC teams get into the NCAA baseball tournament. 9 from the ACC. So the two conferences got the most teams in, ACC and SEC. We'll talk about that a little bit. Brian Harsin now has a podcast. I don't know if you've got a chance to listen to any of that.
I saw him on someone else's podcast.
Huddle with Hars.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it at Spotify, I think, and Apple Podcasts, I guess, all the places you find normal podcasts. The first episode was him talking with Coach Keesaw.
Okay.
And just basically talking about his journey and, as a coach and coming to Auburn and things of that nature. So, very interesting. Brian Harsin stepping out there and maybe connecting a little bit more with the fan base. So that's one of those things. I definitely, if you have a chance, I would suggest you probably go out there and at least take a listen to it. Maybe you find out a little bit something more about Coach Harsin, and maybe relate to him, and hopefully maybe he has endeared himself maybe a little bit more. We will see about that, but.
Well, some people need to. I'm just going to be point blank here.
This is true.
I mean, I'm sick and tired of guys that never coached a day in their life, just putting Harsin, ready to ship Harsin out. He was on another podcast, and people were commenting, how could you not like this guy after what you just heard? So, and right now, to a man, the players would go to war for him. So, obviously, we got to recruit a little better. We got to win some football games.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. But after a year, come on.
I don't care how likable he is. You win games.
Yeah.
You win games, that all's forgiven. If you don't win games, it's just not going to be here very long. That's just kind of the way it is. And that's the way it ought to be, for sure.
Yeah.
It ought to be. It's a results-based business. Hopefully, we will catch up with Coach Butch Thompson, head coach of the Auburn baseball team, a little bit later in today's show, hopefully by segment 3. So be sure to stay tuned with us for that. He is taking some time out of his very busy schedule right now to talk to us, so we really appreciate him, and hopefully we'll catch up with him a little bit later. How was your Memorial Day weekend, Dave?
Good. Yeah. I cooked some hamburgers yesterday and didn't barbecue, but
Okay.
Have my son and daughter-in-law and 3 grandkids here, so that's always fun.
I saw you were playing taps.
I played taps yesterday. Lake Martin's kind of big.
I've heard that.
I was about 15 minutes from the house. It's off of Mad Wind and Peckerwood. It's over by Lakeside Marina, Bay Pines, over in that area.
Okay.
I'd never been over there. Some nice folks that had actually been to some of my gigs invited me over at 3 o'clock to play taps, and very moving, and they were very nice, and I appreciated the opportunity to do that.
I'm sure that was pretty neat, resonating out across the lake.
Yeah, off the lake.
Yeah.
And also, Andy, I don't know if you knew this or not, just for everybody that's in Alex City on the lake, at 3 o'clock this afternoon at Chick-fil-A here in Alex City. The Benjamin Russell cheerleaders are going to be there from 3 to 4. And from 4 to 5, the Auburn University cheerleaders are going to be right here in Alex City at Chick-fil-A, signing autographs, taking pictures, and
really
all of that. So if you want to go meet the Auburn cheerleaders,
who amongst us
they work hard.
would not like to meet an Auburn cheerleader?
Exactly. So I'll be over there with the grandbabies at 4 o'clock today.
All right.
And looking right here in Alex City, we're looking forward to hosting the Auburn cheerleaders.
Okay. And you went and saw Top Gun as well, huh?
I
It
did.
was a busy weekend for you, Dave.
It was.
You want to give us a quick review?
Hey, I don't. I'll say this. You're always a little skittish about sequels.
Mm-hmm. Especially one that's about 30 years.
36 years. You know, my wife and I saw the first one in the theater.
Yeah.
We went to, and I'm just going to say this, Playhouse Cinema in Alex City is a cool little theater. I mean, it really is. It's clean. The prices are unbelievably reasonable. They do a great job. And I'll just say this.
Not yet a sponsor.
No, not yet. We're working on that. I'm working on that. But I don't know what Tom Cruise is eating and drinking or what he's doing.
Packed with Satan.
But the city must be. I mean, there's one scene, I'm not going to give the movie away, one scene where they're doing a bonding exercise and they're out on the beach playing football and Tom's shirtless. And I'm going, this is not fair. But, you know, there's a very moving scene with Val Kilmer in the movie. And a different love interest this time, obviously. Kelly McGillis was not invited to play.
Yeah.
We won't go into that. But well worth the wait, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Does Maverick use any Scientology in his volleyball scene this time?
Not that I
No.
saw.
Okay.
No.
But apparently, that may be the pact with Satan.
It may-
But
Let's move on.
yeah. So yeah, I want to get to see that. I mean, everybody anywhere close to my age, and yours too, and everybody in between.
Yeah.
Saw that movie in 1986, and you know, it was the coolest thing ever. Everybody went out and got some aviator glasses, and
Yes, sir.
So
And the story's great, Andy. It's a good storyline,
Good.
cast. You know, Goose's son, you know, is in the movie, of course, as one of the characters, and looks just like him. It's crazy
really,
where they found this guy.
okay.
But that's all I'll say. I'm not going to spoil the rest of it. Go see it. It's well worth your time.
All right, Auburn in a regional hosting for the first time since 2010. Not coincidentally, 2010, the last time that real, quote unquote, real bats were used. Auburn led the country in home runs, 131 home runs that year for the Auburn Tigers. In 2011, you want to take a guess on how many home runs the Auburn Tigers hit?
No idea.
39.
Wow.
They went to the BB Corbats in 2011. Auburn hosted a regional in 2010. That was, of course, you remember Clemson came to Auburn, and Creed Simpson hit a pinch hit, 3-run homer in the top of the ninth to give Auburn the lead and sent it to a decisive game. Auburn won that game 11-10. And then Clemson came back the next day and won the regional, put Auburn out, so that they were unable to move on in 2010. But again, the next year they went to the BB Corbats, and that's when Auburn went from 131 home runs to 39, I think, and didn't make a regional. And I don't think they made a regional again until like 2015. Yeah. So it has kind of been hit or miss ever since.
We hadn't hosted one since 2010. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Coach Thompson? I wanted to ask you about this when we get him on the line. Did you see his video yesterday on Auburn Baseball's Facebook page?
I did not.
He was talking about, he mentioned the Creed Simpson home run,
Okay.
but he said, you know, we haven't had a meaningful dog pile on Plainsman Park's field since 1999. And he said, so we've got a chance to party like it's 1999.
Yeah.
On our and I think about half the team thought, okay, what's he talking about? I need to ask him. Did you have to explain that Prince analogy? But what a great statement. You know, and this great opportunity. And I know we'll talk about the field, My grandson and I already have my tickets, and my grandson and I are going to be in the place at 11 o'clock Friday to watch that Florida State UCLA game. I'm very excited to see that.
There's some interesting, karma there with Florida State having to come to Auburn.
Finally.
In this regional.
Yeah.
That is the field. UCLA is your 2 seed. Florida State's the 3 seed. And Southeastern Louisiana is the 4th seed. Auburn and Southeastern Louisiana will be playing 6 o'clock, as we mentioned on Friday night. As you just mentioned, UCLA and Florida State going to kick things off at 11 o'clock in the morning. That one on ESPN2. There again, that's the rub. You get national TV at ESPN2 with Florida State and UCLA, and then Auburn.
We're hosting and
we're hosting. We get the ESPN Plus. So that irks me a little.
Well, there's so many good games, Andy, but you figured, I don't know. They try to get all the host games. I guess they can't just from a time standpoint. But here's what we know. We know that Florida State's away record is horrible, like 6-13 or something like that. They have one really, really good pitcher, and after they throw him, it's
you would assume he's going to go against
UCLA. So hopefully Florida State could upset UCLA and use their stud, and we'd be in a lot better shape. Southeastern Louisiana, though, has some victories over some SEC squads. Troy, UAB as well.
And I think they've hit about 60-something home runs this year. So
that's right.
They're a power hitting team.
Not a slouch.
No. Up against our first break here on the Auburn Blitz. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hilleby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hilleby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
It's been 30 years. 30 years of growth. 30 years of dedication. 30 years of service and value to our great customers. 30 years of automotive technology and innovation. We are proud to celebrate our anniversary at Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, making you smile for 30 years.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Just getting started on today's show, about 45 more minutes left. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. They are always looking out for your best interest, and they will always be proactive going out and finding that best rate if you're in the market to refinance. All right, some comments coming rolling through, David. Ty says, thinks Auburn's got the most difficult regional with UCLA and Florida State in it. Probably, you know, when you're the 14th seed, you're going to have some pretty good teams in that regional. So I think it is what it is. But hey, look, you can look at it like this: UCLA had to come all the way across the country to your regional. They're a good team, but you get to host, so that's in your favor.
And Florida State is not; they're not world beaters.
As you mentioned, they're not nearly as good on the road as they are at who is it? Dick Howser Stadium.
Yeah.
Wayne Forbes says, "What year did Auburn lose to Ohio State in a regional at home?" I think it was 03. I think it was either 02 or 03, if I remember right. Steve Renfro took over for Hal Baird in 2001. He was there 2001, 2002, 2003, and 2004. Auburn made a regional in 1, 2, and 3, did not make the regional in 4, and that's when they fired him and brought in Dirty Dick Slater in 2005, and we did not do anything. We were horrendous and got worse every year. Although we had good talent, Butch Thompson was on that team, if I recall. By the way.
He was assistant coach.
He was assistant coach, the pitching coach for that team. But nonetheless, they were great recruiters. They just didn't get it done. Pulowski came in 9, and 2010 was when we hosted a regional. But other than that, I think it was like 2015 before we actually got to even go to a regional again. And then John Paul says, you know, is Top Gun good? Of course, that's, you know, what's really important. And David is giving it a good review for all of you out there. So if you go see it and you don't like it, blame David.
That's right.
All right, there
Andy,
you go.
Andy, I was interested to see who our super regional matchup would be.
Oregon State.
I had told my wife, look, maybe if it's close, we could go. We're not flying to Oregon.
Beavertown, Beaver Falls, Beaver USA.
I'm sure that'd be a good trip, you know.
I'm
sure. But interesting that, you know, you're talking about flying all the way across the country. Should we win our regional and Oregon State wins, you know, that's a long trip for us. Here's this interesting thing. You know, Vanderbilt could win that regional.
Yeah, I was going to say Vanderbilt would probably come to, I guess, Auburn.
We would hope.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Now that would be
very interesting.
That would be awesome. But
and I wouldn't put it past Vandy to be able to do something like
absolutely
that.
not. Well, look, Mississippi State last year got shellacked twice in the SEC tournament. Turned around, went home, licked their wounds, won the whole stinking thing. So baseball's a crazy game.
That's true. Tennessee rewarded with the #1 overall seed, not unexpected there. They have been the best team really all year, 53-7.
Andy, I watched every one of their games in the SEC tournament. I watched the Auburn.
Who ended up winning the SEC tournament, by the way? I don't even know.
Tennessee.
Okay, thank you.
Beat Florida. It was close, and then all of a sudden, as Tennessee does, it was 2-2 in the 6th inning. I think they ended up being – no, that was against Kentucky. 8-5. I keep looking for a weakness in Kentucky's team. I can't find one.
Tennessee or Kentucky?
Tennessee.
Okay, yeah.
I
don't know why you'd be looking at Kentucky.
By the way,
they're not in it.
I hate it for Kentucky that they didn't make it. I thought they did a great job at the end of the year, and Butch Thompson will agree. I mean, but I can't find a weakness in Tennessee's team. I just can't do it. I made that snide comment about the home runs and how big Hoover was and how big Omaha is. Don't matter. Those guys were hitting home runs out of the Hoover Met like it was a softball field.
Well, yeah, they look like a fit bunch. There's no question about that. And it's not just hitting either. They have got some dynamic pitching, and it's and quite deep as well.
Yes.
When you're coming out of the bullpen throwing 105 miles an hour, that's pretty impressive. Just ask Auburn. They had to face it, but
it's crazy, and they don't get cheated at the plate. They absolutely punish the baseball. I mean, it's you know, you can say what you want to about Vitello. I actually, when I hear him in the interviews, I really like what he says, and I like his approach and what he's done with that program. And he gives a lot of honor and respect to Delmonico and the guys before him that they had the Tennessee baseball program. So, I mean, obviously from what he's done, and those guys believe, man. I mean, they showed up at Hoover and just business like, yeah, we're going to win every game we play.
Yeah.
So.
Well, okay, so you got Vanderbilt you mentioned out in Corvallis at with the Oregon State Regional. You got Auburn hosting. You got Florida hosting they're the number 13 seed, right above Auburn. You got Texas A&M hosting as the number 5 seed. You've got Ole Miss traveling out or down to Coral Gables to Miami, who is the 6th seed. You have LSU going to Hattiesburg. Now that's kind of interesting. Yes. LSU headed to Southern Miss as the number 11 seed. I'm sure that I don't think any LSU fan ever thought they'd be traveling to Hattiesburg, Mississippi for a baseball regional.
And don't be surprised if they don't go in there and win that thing.
That's true. Georgia headed to North Carolina as the 10 seed. Number 2 Arkansas Arkansas is the number 2 seed in the Oklahoma State Regional. They're the number 7 overall seed. You've got, and that'll wrap it up for the SEC. That's all 9 of them.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, hopefully we'll be joined by Coach Butch Thompson, and we'll kind of get his thoughts on this Auburn baseball team and the prospects moving forward. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you again so much for all of you out there being with us. Going to go to the phone line and welcome in a very special guest, Coach Butch Thompson of the Auburn baseball team. Coach, thank you so much for taking some time for us.
Absolutely. War Eagle, man. It's an exciting time to get to visit with you.
Absolutely. War Eagle, thank you so much. Well, let's just talk about this Auburn team. You know, a good year, a very good year for Auburn. It's not easy. I don't think people understand how difficult it is just to have a winning record in the league. But one of the things that I was kind of struck by is, you know, this year it's not uncommon for baseball teams to have a lot of turnover in college baseball, but you brought in a lot of guys from the transfer portal. You got a lot of freshmen contributing. But it seems like the chemistry is just really good with this team. Is that uncommon? And what do you do to facilitate that? Hey, Coach, you with us?
Yeah, I got you. Breaking up a little bit.
Okay, sorry about that. If you can hear me, you know, you got the chemistry seems really good on this team, even though you got a lot of new parts and freshmen. Is that uncommon? And what do you do to kind of facilitate that?
Well, it's a new day and time, right? We've talked about NIL. I'm sure you guys are talking about it a lot, the transfer portal. This is a new day and time to figure out, and I'll give our players a lot of credit. It really starts with like a Brody Moore, a Kason Howell, guys that have been on our program for 4 years. Those guys have allowed new players to come in and got them immediately acclimated, and a couple of these additions have been unbelievable for us. You know, Blake Rambush leads the SEC in hits, and then Sonny DeShare wound up being the co-SEC Player of the Year. So it's worked pretty well for us in this inaugural year with all these transfers.
Coach, David here. First of all, I'm proud to call you my friend. You know, we appreciate everything you've done for our family through the years, even though DJ didn't end up at Auburn. And I just love what you're doing from a culture and a leadership standpoint. They're building men at Auburn. And I firmly believe that has a lot to do with the success that you've been having. But the one-run games this year, you know, we all agonized with you last year with the bullpen and the one-run games, and that thing's kind of flipped this year. So talk a little bit about Tim and the pitching staff. And, you know, when I saw Joseph last year against UAB, I said, good grief, this kid's something special. Just talk about the pitching staff and those changes with Tim and you this year and the guys.
Yeah, you know, now that we're able to replace last season, guys, you understand, it's like, man, four of the last 5 years are what we're expecting, right, for Auburn baseball. And but a great job of bouncing back. You talked about the UAB game with Joseph last year. That was a glimpse of what he could do. And now we're seeing that on a more consistent basis this year. And then, to me, Blake Burkhalter, the SEC saves leader with 13, you know, being able to finish ball games was huge. And then, you know, really, you look at our position players, and we've had 20 come from behind wins this year. I just a good character. Going through adversity sometimes makes you stronger, and nobody wants to go through a season like last year. But, man, we gave the proper response starting in August, building this team, bringing some pieces in, like we mentioned, a guy that holds it down in the back end. And, you know, somebody like Joseph that's been a really good starting pitcher, and Trace Bright has clicked in, and Hayden Mullins did a great job till he went down basically with injury, and then, you know, we wound up able to put Mason Barnett in that role. So we've had a competitive starting rotation. Some bullpen pieces have helped along the way, and these guys absolutely found themselves on the right side of the one-run games this year.
Coach, nobody's got an easy road, but can you give us a little scouting report about UCLA and Florida State and Southeast Louisiana?
Yeah, Florida State's making their 44th regional in a row. Let that one sink in on you for a minute. And this will be the 12th NCAA regional that Auburn and Florida State find themselves in the same field of 4. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And, you know, they got a nice club. They have an electric special number 1 pitcher. Man, I sure hope they throw him against UCLA Friday morning at 11 o'clock at Plainsman Park. But they are really headlined by their pitching. They've got 57 home runs, which is good number. It's not what we've been seeing, you know, quite in the SEC with some teams like Tennessee hitting over 130 home runs. But they got a nice ball club, and they're led by pitching. UCLA is making a long travel out, and it'll be the first time UCLA has ever played a baseball game on our campus. I think that's neat. They scored 25 runs in their conference tournament. The Pac-12 had a conference tournament this year against Stanford, who is a national seed in that top 8. And the last time I played UCLA was for a national championship as a pitching coach at Mississippi State, and got to that final series with UCLA. And, of course, they beat us in that series to win a national championship. So I'm looking forward to competing against those guys again. And then Southeast Louisiana absolutely may be the hottest team. I think they're one game over 500. But whenever you go win your conference tournament and you go all the way through that, you're hot. And so, you know, the Auburn Tigers got to face a hot team that just won a conference tournament. And I think, you know, us being the 14th national seed, you know, we got a tough draw. We got 2 what you would call branded blue blood college baseball teams that are steeped rich in tradition, and we got a hot team from Louisiana who, you know, is going to have to be dealt with right off the bat.
Coach, that's funny you mentioned that Florida State. Andy and I had already mentioned that on the show before we got you on, hoping that Florida State ace would throw Friday morning at 11 o'clock. And we'll hope for some jet lag from UCLA and Southeast Louisiana. I just, let's get that first one. Baseball, as you know, is a crazy game, and anything can happen. We watch with interest the NCAA. Good to see 9 teams from the conference in the field, And 4 hosts? Is it 4 hosts? Or yeah, and then 5 travel. But, man, once again, man, we appreciate you being on the show today. Love you, brother, and glad you're our baseball coach at Auburn. And we're going to party like it's 1999 on Sunday, I hope.
Well, that's the plan. I just appreciate all the support. Our fans have been amazing. You've been part of that, David, and your friendship, that Operation atmosphere. It's kind of priceless in how you can reward a fan base, but having a regional on your campus is my way of tipping our hat to our fans that stepped up to the plate for us and created a sellout for Plainsman Park this year. And, we hooked it up in, here just a couple of years ago in 2019. We'll absolutely do everything in our power to make that happen again.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck. Hopefully the bats will heat up and the pitching will be wonderful. And we look forward to maybe Auburn moving on to, well, who knows? Maybe we can be hosting a Super Regional. You never know what happens.
Yeah, but we're Auburn. And, you see it in our other sports. And this is time. We've been working at this for absolutely 7 years to get to this point. We wanted to check this box with hosting a regional. Been to Omaha, been to 2 Supers, and, this is time for this program to start saying the word national championship and believing in it. And so that's our goal, and we're going to fly this thing as fast as we can.
Absolutely. That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, Coach.
Have a great day.
Thanks,
you do
Coach.
As well.
I'll see you Friday.
Yes, sir.
Butch Thompson, Auburn baseball coach, tremendous job he's doing, and hopefully Auburn will be able to take care of business on Friday. Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world. of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house, you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River Region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, 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 Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only a couple of more segments left in today's show. Thank you again so much for all of you out there being with us. And I want to thank a special thank you to head coach Butch Thompson of the Auburn baseball program for joining us in the last segment. Wish them the best of luck. Certainly we'll be cheering for them. They got game 1, 6 o'clock on Friday night, Auburn and Southeastern Louisiana. And hopefully they'll be taking on the winner of UCLA and Florida State. And we'll see what happens.
And hopefully Florida State wasted that ace.
Yeah.
In that game.
Interesting, he said, the Southeastern Louisiana, might be one of the hotter teams in the country, coming in only 30-29, but nonetheless, it's all about how you're playing at this time of year, as you're coming into this tournament. Auburn's bats have kind of cooled off a little bit, but hopefully they can reignite those. And I would assume Joseph Gonzalez is going to go in game 1.
I meant to ask Coach that. Should have done it.
Well, sometimes they're squirrely about announcing those things.
Yeah, I don't know that he would have told us.
Yeah.
But Andy, because he didn't pitch in the SEC tournament, so he hadn't pitched in 2 weeks.
It's true. So, I think we got a phone call, David. Let's go to it. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Yeah, hello, guys. War Eagle.
War Eagle, Harold, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Hope you had a nice Memorial Day, both of you guys. Congratulations to the baseball team. I'm glad the job that Butch Thompson is doing. But I just have a quick question, and I'm going to hang up and listen to you guys. Do you have any updates on the quarterback race this year for Auburn? And I'll just hang up and listen. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Harold.
For the phone call. Yeah, I don't think there's any movement in that right now. I know that the latest news is that Zach Calzada is 100% healthy. So that's good news moving forward. I think that simply means that everybody, Zach Calzada, TJ Finley, and Robbie Ashford are going to have an equal say, and they were all going to get their shot. Holden Gurner's in there, but I don't think he's a serious threat to win the job. No. I think it will be one of those 3. But I don't think there's been any movement. I don't think anybody came out of spring in any kind of pecking order.
Yeah. No, Harold, it's what Andy said, and they're in a little period right now. I think they got a couple of weeks off, and then they'll start their summer workouts. I don't think we'll know anything until on into fall camp. I think Coach Harsin wants to give Zach Calzada every opportunity to compete healthy. And, you know, we did the poll. You had the poll that we did last week. Had him 60-something%. Auburn fans thought he'd be the starter, and then Ashford second. I have
Not
no
that
idea.
that means anything
No.
other than the fans' opinion.
What people want or think.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of that. But no, Harold, nothing concrete right now. We're just going to have to wait and see. So
I will say this, and I'm not sure this is what people want to hear, but it is the truth, and that is that T.J. Finley has the respect of his teammates.
Sure, absolutely.
And I think that he is – I know by a lot of reports he has stepped up as a team leader.
Yeah.
And he, you know, as far as a lot of these off-season, you know, workouts and passing drills and things like that. So, take that for what you will. As far as the leadership category is concerned, I mean, T.J. Finley, I don't think there's any doubt, has a leg up on the competition. But play on the field, which I would assume will be the ultimate decider.
Sure it will.
Still yet to be determined.
Yeah.
So,
well, let's clear this up.
Now, that's Andy's opinion.
No, that's accurate, Andy.
Okay.
That's accurate. And let's clear this up right now for all of the people who thought they heard or think they know. It takes a while to build your own brand. And that's true of Brian Harsin. There's always a learning curve every new job you go into. I can promise you the guys that stayed at Auburn are the guys that wanted to stay at Auburn, and the guys that left Auburn are guys that wanted to leave Auburn for whatever reason. And one of those reasons was because of the work ethic and the demands that Brian Harsin and his staff put on the players. But if you polled Auburn's football team right now to a man, every one of those guys would go to war for Brian Harsin and his staff. Now, that's all we have to go on right now. So all the naysaying and the Brian Harsin's not the guy, just miss me with all that stuff. He's only been on campus a year. We lost some heartbreakers last year. Almost won a momentous game. Did not. But yes, give the guy, let's give him another opportunity. I mean, come on. Especially after
He's
what
got
his
this
family
year
went through.
for sure.
Well, he's got this year, and he really needs another one after that, in my opinion. But we'll cross that bridge as we rock along, and we'll talk a lot about that as we get on into the summer. But Andy,
That'd make for a great work environment. The only reason you get another year is depending on how you come out of this year. But,
well, like you said earlier in the show, it's all about winning games.
That's right.
On that level.
We got to take one final break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Tuesday, right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, their compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Tuesday afternoon. Andy and David taking you up to 1 o'clock. Looks like Dylan Cardwell removed his name from the NBA draft.
How about that?
Good news. I'm guessing that means he's coming back to Auburn. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And did you read about Jared Harper's little brother?
No.
Possibly signing with Auburn.
I did not.
Jalen Harper? Well, that'd be a full roster, wouldn't it? Don't we just have one scholarship left?
Yes.
He was holding that one for Dylan, I assume.
I didn't even know. I'm not even sure I would have thought that one counted, that one Dylan was not counted among that one.
Yeah.
But
kind of slipped out for that evaluation. So now you got Cardwell. You got.
What about Flanagan? Has he pulled his name out of the draft yet? I don't think. Nobody? Do we know that? So.
No, I don't think so. Let's just suffice it to say when October rolls around, November, we start talking about basketball, we're going to talk about another loaded Auburn basketball team. You know,
no question.
I mean, we will never forget Jabari Smith and Walker Kessler and what they did. But Bruce just keeps bringing guys in. So.
And it's going to be like this from now on?
Yeah, hopefully.
Jason Harper committed to Auburn.
Jason, okay.
Okay.
That's Jared's younger brother.
Interesting. I think we got another phone call. Let's try it. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz. Hey, Jackson, you with us?
Got it. Yep.
How you doing today?
I'm great. Yes, sir. Do you guys think we have a shot against Bama this year?
In football?
In football.
I think we have a chance against them every year, but ask me that a little bit later in the year before the game leading up to it. But you know, it's never easy going on the road in Tuscaloosa for sure.
It is.
What do you think? Do you think we have a chance?
like you said, I do think we have a chance every year, but it's going to be tough on the road. But I think we can get it done.
I like your optimism.
I like Jackson's optimism. Jackson, I that's one of the games that I picked that we would not win this year. Like Andy said, it's still early, and a lot of things can happen. Injuries can happen. A lot of things can happen. You never say never. So we're going to hope for the best.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for your call, brother.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
You too. Yeah. Let's
First time we've gotten a young caller
yeah,
like
I know
that.
it.
Appreciate Jackson calling.
Absolutely. I like his optimism.
Absolutely.
For sure. All right. It is May the 31st. It's the last day of May. Dang.
I know it. Tomorrow's June the 1st.
What in the world is going on?
And is it going to be hot this summer or what?
Yes. It's going to be hot today.
It's hot outside.
1948. Everybody knows Tommy Lasorda, Hall of Fame manager. How about Tommy Lasorda, the pitcher? Struck out 25 Amsterdam rug makers in 1948 on this day. Pitched 15 innings, Tommy Lasorda did, in a minor league game. Struck out 25.
And what was the name of that? The Amsterdam
rug
makers.
Rug makers. Apparently they make rugs.
The trash pandas.
Yeah.
The minor league's a hoot, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But Tommy Lasorda got called up to the to the Brooklyn Dodgers, got sent down, or the L.A. Dodgers, maybe I forget which one they were at the time, but got sent down to make way for a young left-hander by the name of Sandy Koufax.
Sandy Koufax, yeah.
1983, the 76ers defeated the Lakers, swept them in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Dr. J's lone NBA championship.
Mm-hmm. What about how about the Celtics winning Game 7 at Miami? That was so Celtics, Warriors. For those of you that do follow the NBA, I don't watch it until the playoffs, but
Jalen is the correct name for Jalen Harper. Bill's leading us astray here.
Come on, Bill.
We appreciate the correction, though. Yeah. 2008, Usain Bolt breaks the world record 100 meters with a time of 9:72. That dude was fast.
Good grief.
A human ought not be able to run that fast, I don't think.
His stride length is just ridiculous.
Yeah, especially a guy 6'4".
Yeah.
Good grief. He was just incredible to watch him run in the Olympics and stuff. Man.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Happy birthday today, Don Amici, Trading Places.
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Mortimer, or whichever one. He may have been the other one. The two old guys. Yeah.
Yeah. That movie's hilarious.
They bet $1 that they ruined Dan Aykroyd's life.
$1.
$1. Clint Eastwood, born on this day, 1930. Clint Eastwood is 92 years old.
Ooh.
And I bet he could still punch you in the face.
I wouldn't mess with him.
I wouldn't either. Johnny Paycheck, the great Johnny Paycheck, 1938. Take this job
and shove it. I ain't working here.
Dr. Gil Morgan went on the senior tour, was a pretty good golfer in his later life, 1941. Joe Willie Namath.
Yeah.
Made the guarantee, Super Bowl III.
Yeah.
Jets defeated the Colts.
Yep. Unbelievable.
He also wore pantyhose. Joe knowing it. Yeah. 1943, John Bonham, the great John Bonham, drummer for.
Is it
Led Zeppelin?
Led Zeppelin. There
Greatest
you go.
rock and roll band.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Greatest rock and roll band of all time. The correct answer. 1980, unfortunately, died of a drug overdose. I heard. I won't even go into it. Tom Berenger, born on this day, 1949. Good actor.
Yeah.
Major League. He was a catcher.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jim Craig, 1957. He was the goaltender for the 1980 U.S. hockey team. Won the gold medal.
Yeah.
Norm Johnson, kicker. Chris Elliott, funny guy. Leah Thompson, Back to the Future. Wow, 1961. Yeah. Corey Hart, he wears his sunglasses at night. Daryl Matthews McDaniels, also known as DMC from Run DMC.
Yep.
Great band. Brooke Shields, lovely. Kenny Lofton, Dave Roberts, Chad Campbell, Colin Farrell, Jake Peavy from Mobile, Alabama, and Nate Robinson, 3-time dunk champ.
Yes.
He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.